There's, you know.
Testing.
Too late for you.
Ask everybody to stand and.
Dear Heavenly Father, we gather here today to represent this great city called Bluefield. We're beyond thankful and appreciative of everybody up here today. We're just thankful that everybody's been able to help make the city of Bluefield great. In your name, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, let's start out with the recognition of Person Woody and Micah, Margo.
Yep, hey, where's Kirsten? And Justin?
And Dustin, Lewis.
Justin is out on call.
He's out on call.
Here.
One second, so there we'll grab there some. Mike is on vacation.
Look, here comes Justin.
Oh, is he done? Come on up, you two. No hides back there. All right. Folks, this is Kirsten Woody and Justin Lewis are two of our great employees here in the city. So to give you a quick recap, we'll recognize them. Last week, we had an unfortunate accident downstairs coming into the building. Another little lady fell. Kirsten just happened to be walking by and saw her fall down. She hit her head pretty hard, almost knocked her out. And Kirsten and Justin pulled a quick first aid, called 911 or 911 and got some help here, but they were quick on their feet. I was hiding in my office. So they did a good job of stepping up, being good Samaritans and taking care of them, but I'm very appreciative. And of course, Kirsten works in our HR department. Justin is our animal control, but just two of our really, really great employees that took care of this great citizen when she had an accident. We just want to recognize them for a quick response and just being great people, taking care of our fellow citizens here. So with that, Mr. Taylor.
Okay.
That's you.
I have a certificate for both of you. And it says in recognition of your quick thinking and immediate response during an unexpected emergency, your swift action in alerting the proper agencies ensured timely assistance and demonstrated true leadership and care for others. Your professionalism and composure reflect great credit upon yourself and the city of Bluefield.
Now, hold for a quick photo. Here's the name, same thing. We got somebody's phone.
One more. There you go.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, next we have public comments. I'm going to start with James Anderson. James.
Who's all glad he's here.
All right. Crystal Wallenbury.
Really? I work for the Mercer County Health Department. I am your health inspector as well as David is, and we have had some concern with cooking out of your homes. By West Virginia code, you are not allowed to do that with any foods that are time temperature controlled. That means that any raw food products, anything that has to be refrigerated to a certain degree, anything that has to be held at a hot holding temperature. In general, there is, well, we have the cottage food laws. You can do baking out of your home. Breads, cookies, cakes, those things. But it cannot have a custard in it. It can't have a cream cheese in it. It can't have anything that has to be refrigerated whatsoever. Last week we had an incident and someone was cooking out of their home. They had no shirt on. They had no beard guard on. They had none of the things. They had a pair of gloves on, but they were also holding their phone with their gloves to let the public know. So we know glove usage was an issue and wasn't used correctly. How this works is if you want to cook and serve food, you have to have a food truck, trailer. You can do a temporary tent permit, which is good for 14 days out of the month that you can use. But you also have to follow all of the procedures and guidelines when it comes to those things. With that being said, for a storefront, the biggest issue that we recognize is food safety. We don't know what is going on inside homes. And we can't regulate that. We're not trying to bust up anybody's hustle. We're not trying to harm anybody. What we're trying to do is offer safety for our community. And that is our number one priority when it comes to any of these things. With that being said, that it's not regulated and we don't take a look at it. That means you're not signed up for any recalls. You could be using food that has been recalled and you could hurt our community, especially our elders, autoimmune, and our children. They have had a 5-year-old little boy that received E. coli from a hamburger and it was resulted in death. This is very, very important. We take safety to the top level. And if you can imagine if we weren't out in the community regulating your establishments that you already eat at, as in corporate places. And when you have an incident at an establishment, that does carry a permit to us. And let's say you get sick, you want to call us, let us know, because that's our top priority. We want to make sure everybody's staying above the game when it comes to food safety. I have some cards I'm going to leave here. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to give us a call to let us know what's going on. We also focus this too as allergen management when people are cooking in homes. That's one question that we've noticed that people aren't asking. And when you have a personal kitchen in your home and you don't have an allergen, you don't think about it on a regular basis. And those are things that we try to regulate, but as in-home cooking in the same personal kitchen, you cannot cook out of and you can't give away. Even if you're giving away food, you still have to have a permit from us. So that has to be food truck, tent, storefront. You can look up the cottage laws as to what you're able to sell from your home. Just nothing that has to be refrigerated or time and temperature controlled. And a lot of people came at me after last week and they're like, well, such and such makes cakes or cookies. They're allowed to do those things. But that's on your judgment whether you buy those things from those houses. We do not regulate those. They do not hold a permit from us. And they should have something on their label, which in cottage laws, they have to have a label on their items. And it says this was not inspected by our county health department. But if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to holler at me, anything. We're more than welcome to educate anybody that has any issues.
Can I make a comment too? So, I actually work with Crystal, so I put another hat on, and this for everyone to do. We are super informative. So I own a restaurant, I ran a restaurant, I've been in food trucks, I've been around food a lot. And the focus of the Mercer County Health Department is safety and health.
And Crystal and David do a great job at educating and helping as well. So when I had an issue before I was on that board or even on this board, I would call and they would come in and they say, this is how you fix your issue, or this is the workaround of where you can do these things, right? Like we have a stick, but we don't like to use the stick. We would like to be educational if we can and fix the problem because safety is the main issue, right? And a lot of people do things like the right way and this and that, but if we can't regulate and assure it, then that's an issue. So, but I want you guys to know, we're very educational. Like that's where we love to make our stance, right? To show you what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. And they do a great job with that.
Thank you, David. Crystal, thank you very much.
Thank you. I have a question. I know that I've been told that you're newer to the community on being health inspector. Does that mean that some of these businesses around here that have the lowest grade ratings are actually going to be re-inspected, reprimanded on their grades, or the businesses that are local? There is one in Princeton that has been in business for 2 years that has never had an inspection per the website.
Okay, so I've been here for 4 years.
Oh, I mean,
So
I was just told that you were newer to the position, so.
no, we
Okay.
do our annual inspections. It's once every 6 months. And our website is newer. We just now started putting our inspections on there. But none of our establishments have been over 2 years without an inspection.
According to your website, there's one in Princeton, which I can talk to you personally about that.
Right, but like I said, we haven't, the whole cloud system for our website is very brand new. So I can tell you that everything is not on there. We're working on inputting everything. But yes, yeah.
Does that, I mean, the other part of that one is some of the establishments, since this has come to light with the 5-year-old that has passed away.
Now, that wasn't in Mercer County.
I understand that.
Okay.
But with coming to light of trying to do more food safety, making sure that that is held to a higher standard, is some of the local businesses within Mercer County going to be re-inspected because of their failing statuses or multiple recommendations against their kitchens?
Okay, so like when we do a routine inspection, we don't call, none of those things. We just walk in.
I understand.
And if it's to the point, there's a standard that we have there's automatically a follow-up. So, and every establishment that we have automatically gets an inspection once every 6 months.
Okay.
I have a question. Hey, Crystal, what are the guidelines for churches that sell dinners? What do they go by, when they sell the dinner to the public?
Usually they will call us and let us come and look at their kitchen. And we don't issue a permit for that. We do an inspection. Yes. And another thing is this fundraiser stuff. You're only allowed to have 3 fundraisers in 6 months period, depending on if it switches like a team, they get 3, so forth and so on. They do, and we have actually tried to educate them, please contact us to let us know that you're having a fundraiser. If you're set up at AutoZone and you're doing a fundraiser for a football team, and I just swing by and look just to make sure you have a hand washing station, you're using gloves, stuff is in time and temperature control, I'm not gonna shut you down. I mean, we try to make sure that everybody gets to prosper in whatever adventure that they're on. We don't like to shut anybody down. But if it comes to the point that we know that you're going to hurt the safety of our community, that's what we do.
Another thing I'd like to add is at the back, you see these forms out, our Bluefield Economic Development Authority has 2 food trucks and 2 trailers. And a program to help you obtain permits, learn how to run a food truck or a food trailer. So there are some great options out there for anybody interested in getting in the restaurant food type business. And we'd be more than happy to have you hook up with Sam and Dee to get that program off. And you can see one of the trucks right out here. It's across the street at the gas station parked right now currently. But that's a great program. Those are brand new trucks and brand new trailers, and can let anybody that gets through the program have a free shot at trying to get a food business established. Because we'd be happy to have a ton more restaurants around here, so it'd be great.
Okay. Crystal, thank you very much.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. And David.
Sam Lusk. Samuel Watts.
Appreciate the board of directors for letting me come up and provide public input. My name is Sandra Watts. I'm here as a candidate on behalf of District 39 House delegates. That district includes Lashmeet, Matoka, Athens, and Oakville areas. But I'm here as a sign of respect for this institution that I have a lot of roots in. I graduated from Bluefield High School in 2017 and worked here in the city of Bluefield in the federal building for a number of years. So just as a sign of respect, I wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about my background and the issues that I'm running. For the last 4 years, I've worked in economic development, working with businesses on the Princeton side of the county, helping them build and grow. Done that for 4 years. Before that, I worked for the Member of Congress, worked for Carol Miller. Again, I did that in the federal building here, and I worked at 5 county area, helping Congressman Miller's constituents with any issues that they might have had with local, state, and federal government. Before that, I worked for the state Republican Party for a year. So I worked both on the political side and the government side for the last half decade. I'm running as a common sense conservative with jobs, infrastructure, healthcare, and education as my priorities. Endorsed by Delegate Doug Smith and Delegate Jordan Payne. Again, I'll keep my comments brief, but again, just wanted to share that with your board of directors and your citizens. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Samuel, thank you very much. Good luck.
That's the look.
Thank you.
Okay, Richard, Casey?
Yeah, I don't.
No, you're good? All right. So let's move on to the approval of minutes for the board of directors meeting on September 23rd, 2025. I have a motion and a second for the approval of the minutes of the board of directors meeting on September 23rd, 2025. Is there any further discussion? None. All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Action and new business. This is fun. Swearing in of police officers. Will please come up here as your name is called. Patrolman Kevin Maurice Tate Jr. Patrolman Tate pulled me over about a month or two ago. He was very nice. Patrolman Preston Scott Mullins. Patrolman Tyler James Rubel. Patrolman Elijah Luke Padgett. Patrolman Gunner Michael Hoskins. Patrolman Jacob Malachi Martin. Chief, you know.
This is some of our latest victims coming into the city of Bluefield and work under me. This is a great group of guys. I couldn't be happier to have. And we're just going to go through the process of getting them sworn in today. Won't take but a minute. We'll be out of your hair.
Gentlemen, put your right hand. You swear, each and every one of you, to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the laws of this state, the laws of the city of Bluefield, as police officers in the Bluefield Police Department.
That's where he's at. Yes.
All right, okay, you are so sworn, carry on, be safe, please bring me your forms.
Big. Got some nice little guys that have.
They do all the work now.
That's right. So, G. Next, we have an approval of appointment of assistant police judges. We have Kevin Fleming, Rusty Harris, Robert Thompson, Tony Martin, Rebecca Alman, Autumn Jesse, and Crystal Evans.
I'm in spotlight.
None of which are here, right? But. Bill David, you want to explain?
It's one of these are assistant police guidance, benefits to the state of West Virginia. Board, is tired of putting judges and assistant judges as a practical matter, assistant judges are those people who are on duty actually 24 hours a day to handle arraignments of people who are arrested during off hours. Frankly, most people in the city, they're arrested during off hours. So these are the assistant judges who are on duty to arraign those individuals, set a bond, arrange for them to be released pending the hearing from the court. Okay. So all we need is a motion to appoint these individuals as assistant police judges, a second and a vote.
All right, so I need an approval, I need a motion to approve the appointment of the assistant police judges, Kevin Fleming, Rusty Harris, Robert Thompson, Tony Martin, Rebecca Holman, Autumn Jesse, and Crystal Burgess. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Approval of New River Engineers, Inc. bid for Key Dam property survey in the amount of $60,275.
So, board and Mr. Taylor, we had over 9 companies come in and bid for this. This is for a property boundary survey for the Key Dam area. Out of those 9 bids, we selected New River Engineers. Their bid came in at $60,275. Last week, the city engineer, myself, the city attorney, interviewed them, a follow-up interview to make sure that we were getting exactly what we asked for. That is in the affirmative. So I request the board's approval for this boundary survey by New River Engineers.
Okay. So I need a motion for the approval of New River Engineers, Inc. bid for Key Dam property survey in the amount of $60,000, $60,275.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Approval of independent government estimate for the Safe Streets for All. Curtis, is that you?
Yep. So required by the Region 1's policy in the submittal of the grant, there is an engineering estimates requirement. This is just basically the percentages of the breakdown of the funds, what they were going to from categories of preliminary to in-construction and inspection. You know, what you have before you. Lower East Shrewsbury and I worked through these numbers this past week, and we believe this one is accurate. Of course, it's an estimate, so they could change. What's the actual the contract for us.
This is the last piece of paper we need to get the federal grant signed and start getting Stadium College and the 52 area cleaned up.
Okay. So I guess need a motion and a second for the approval of the independent government estimate for the Safe Streets for All.
So that,
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Those opposed, motion carries. Approval of city policy 5.09, retention incentive clarification.
It's Vice Mayor. This is, as you may know, this replaced 5.08 back in March of 23. And there were some clarifications that we wanted to put in this language in our policy that requires, in order to get the longevity incentive, that was missing, it was in 5.08, which is the continuously provisions and the provisions that they are in good standing with the city. So we have included this language to be included, that's gonna go into our policy handbook that says, that the purpose of this is for people who have continuously been employed in our good standing with the city.
All right. Good, thank you. All right, so I need a motion for the approval of city policy 5.09 retention incentive clarification. All right, I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor? Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Approval of an amendment to the Code of Ordinance, section 6-77 regarding building permit fees.
There have been circumstances over the last several months that caused the Treasury and Code Enforcement and the city administration to review the cost of building permits in the city. They are broken down both in the current and in the proposed. The permit fee based on the cost of the project that's being undertaken. And based on some experiences and ongoing discussions we've had with contractors, other people who've applied for permits, examination of permit schedules from surrounding communities, the Code Enforcement Administration and with endorsement of Treasury has suggested this amendment to our building permit ordinance just to set forth a new and different schedule from that which we currently have.
So I need a motion for the approval of the amendment to the Code of Ordinances, section 6-77 regarding building permit fees.
Second.
A motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Approval of closing alternative police and fire pensions.
Yes. Vice Mayor. Last week, we listened to Blair Taylor from the State Oversight Board, oversight of the current police fire pensions. And he explained to us why it's a good time and imperative that we jump on this now, based on the figures presented by the actuary. If we decide to, if you all decide to close the existing police and fire pension plans that exist right now, if this resolution passes, they would have essentially closed October 31st. November 1st, anybody hired November 1st forward would go into a new state plan. The old plans would remain open for the existing members, but no new hires would be placed in this. The reason that we see fit to do this now is also, I've said, I know in the years I was here before and now I've explained over and over that every year the cost to the city to fund those plans increases by 7%. Now, when it was $50,000 a year, that was not hard. We're up to over $1 million a year for the police and at $700,000 or $800,000 for fire. And that just continues to grow rapidly as we get into those larger numbers. If we close those plans today or this month, the savings in the police plan alone will be $331,958 this year. And it will be a savings every year after that, though it's a projected savings. So a lot of things can happen that skew those numbers, but it's a projected saving. Not quite as big a deal for the fire, it's just a little over $40,000 in savings for the fire. When you were listening to Blair last week explain everything, you have an option between putting this alternative funding is what we're called right now. You have the option of going to option 1 or option 2 funding. Option 1 funding
will allow you to fully fund the pensions up through the year 2050. Option 2 is up to the year 2060. My personal rate of both plans in the option 2 funding method. The reason, of course, is because that's the bigger savings right now, but more importantly, it gives you 38 years instead of 25 years to fully fund those plans. If things don't stay as they are, if terrible things happen at the federal level and banking, investments, it gives you more time to fully fund it.
I just have one question in the statement. So the people that sworn in today, are they on the whole plan or they're gonna be on the so it's going forward officially?
Now, if this passes in this month, whether it's this meeting or next meeting, the state looks at it the first of the following. So it'd be November 1st, anybody hired November 1st, or would go into the state.
I understand. And just for public acknowledgement, the fire department and the police force, are on board with this. When we had the meeting, super, they're on board, so that's enough for me personally.
Okay,
And the other thing, yes, I know I asked you to read that resolution, because it really does need to reflect the minutes. Ron is the signer of that resolution, but he doesn't have to be here as long as a majority approves it.
okay. That's. Since that's said, let me read this resolution. The following resolution was duly made and lawfully passed by the majority vote governing City Council of the City of Bluefield, West Virginia, on the 14th day of October 2025. Be it resolved that the City of Bluefield, West Virginia, does hereby elect to join the municipal police officers and firefighters retirement system pursuant to Chapter 8, Article 22A, Section 28 of the West Virginia Code, and thereby will include all of its municipal police officers and fire who are eligible for membership in the municipal police officers and firefighters retirement system. This municipality hereby agrees to pay its employer contributions and withhold applicable employee contributions monthly and remit same to the municipal police officers and firefighters retirement system no later than 15 days following the end of each calendar month. The municipality understands that if its contributions are delinquent, the employer will be required to pay the actual rate of interest lost on the total employee and employer contributions per day with a minimum charge of $50. The municipality further understands that once it becomes a participating employer of the municipal police officers and firefighters retirement system, then the municipality may not withdraw from the participation in the retirement system without expressed statutory authority. This resolution shall become effective on the first day of the month following the receipt of this resolution, with all other required documentation and following the acceptance of this resolution by the Consolidated Public Retirement Board. It is the duty of the mayor of each municipality electing to become a participating public employer in the municipal police officers and firefighters retirement system to certify this resolution to the West Virginia Consolidated Public Retirement Board within 10 days following the vote of this city council. Then it goes on to say, I'm Ron Martin, Mayor of the City of Bluefield, West Virginia, do hereby certify that this resolution and accompanying documentation are true and correct. Further, I acknowledge that I am aware of the provisions of Chapter 8, Article 22A of the West Virginia Code. Signed by the mayor. All municipalities must attach a copy of the minutes from the board meeting that reflects the majority vote. No separate resolutions are required for municipal police officers and municipal paid professional firefighters. So Need a motion?
So,
If I might, the motion would be to pass this resolution. We'll need another motion to close the existing plan and either accept option one or option two for the existing.
Okay, so I should,
You can do
all right, so we'll continue with this. I have a motion. Second, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Those opposed, motion carries. So now I need a motion for the approval of the closing alternative police and fire pensions.
second.
And which option do you want?
And
One or
option
two?
option two.
Yes.
Yes, option two. So motion second.
Second on option two.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Those opposed, motion carries. All right, Dylan. We now move on to the approval of the collection list.
Do we not need the firefighters also with it?
Well, it kind of combined.
I was confused with the resolution.
There are two, and yes, they both.
Exactly.
That's my fault too, and that's why I was
And
at.
that's, yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Unless you want me to read it again.
Above the voting code on the different.
Okay,
That previously was the police one with the bill.
all right, so I need a motion. We can be here all afternoon. Okay, so I need a motion for the resolution for the fire department. Have a motion in a second. Any further discussion? Trade watch? Okay. All right, all those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Now we can move on to the approval of the collections list.
A lot of information.
This was.
Do we need a second motion to close the fire plant?
To close and choose option two. I mean, let's do it.
Well,
Let's do it.
That's
Might as well.
all right, so I need a motion to close the alternative plan for the fire pension.
Yeah, choose option two.
Okay,
Second.
so I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay. All those in favor? Those opposed, motion carries. All right, maybe now we can go into the approval of the collection list. Go.
I gave you a list, it's got 64 outside. We're just asking permission to turn these accounts over. They total $156,320 from the over to.
So moved.
So I need a motion. And a second for the approval of the collections list. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Those opposed, motion carries. Report of the city manager.
All right. Try not to be so worried and we'll get through this, okay? Scroll for me, Big John. Okay, just a couple updates here. First thing I want to do, folks, I want to introduce a gentleman here, some of the board members not met him yet, Mr. Mike Wilnansky, sitting right over here. For background, Mike is a developer from out of Durham, North Carolina. Met with him on numerous occasions, and he's going to be working with us here in the city of Bluefield for the next year. As we try to make some great stuff happen, to help build the downtown and rebuild the city. So we're super happy to have Mike here to be a part of the team and work with us for the next year. Catherine, is there anything you want to put out here on some of the great stuff you're doing here for the kids?
I'm just working on a campaign to do an overview of some of the fun things we've done this year for kids in Bluefield. So that's the beginning, highlighting the drumline program, Sergeant Moore, the DARE program, our Copsicle, Operation Juice Box. So I'm kind of tightening this up right now, and hopefully real soon we'll have the logo for our Boys and Girls Club, and that is our esports logo. So we're excited about that. I'm super excited. We've talked about this for a while. This came together like in 4 days, but we're going to have cryptids that are about 48 inches tall, cut out of plywood and painted to be with the holiday lights this year. So we got those over the weekend. I'm trying to coordinate with Bluefield High School, their arts club students to paint, but we're super excited about that. And then this year, we're going to be at the First Christian Church in the Curve on Bland Street across from Oakhurst. Police, fire, and rescue squad doing like a first responder trick or treat. So we should have all the kids for the hit Oakhurst.
That will be a man.
All the kids.
Get ready for me.
All the kids. Okay.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, so when we John. Keep going to the parks, all right? Hey, Rick, you wanna highlight some of the stuff in Parks and Rec?
Biggest one we have coming up is the trunk or treating. We're up to 18 trunks for businesses, churches. I think Case has several trunks that are out there. So we've been recruiting, sending out stuff, makes calls. That's a lot more we had last year. So hopefully we can keep up with the 1,500 kids we had approximately last October. And then the race is coming up right after that. Keep going. Our brochure is up on our website. If you go back up, that's the cover for our brochure. All of our programs are in there with everything we're doing, marketing, the fit rep and so forth. Mary Ann's done an excellent job putting that together, and it's up on the website. Hard copies will be delivered any day now. Keep going. Those are just some of the upcoming programs that we have. Some of them are brand new, and those are all in the brochure as well. It's our last hike that we had out with Justin and the crew. This next one, there's still a few spaces left. It's the hardest one of all of them. They're going to McAfee Knob on the Appalachian Trail. And this is meeting a real essential need with especially our seniors that aren't doing a lot during the week and they look for things to do. It's a social opportunity. There's new people that get introduced to the facility when they come in, and they just love it. This one's up on the River Gorge overlooking the river, and they always go to a meal usually if they can, or they pack it if they can't, like at McAfee Knob. They're hiking 8 miles that day, 4 miles up, 4 miles back, so they'll be packing their lunch in that day. Keep going. Just our ongoing marketing as we always do here, swim team, rentals, swim lessons, pool parties. Keep going. The fall festival with trunk or treating. Mary Ann did want to market it that it's more than just trunks that they come out for. We have inflatables, there are vendors out there, stuff to eat. We've had face painting, costume contest up on the stage. We've had pumpkin painting. It's a good activity, and probably bigger this year. That's again marketing the upcoming brochure. I think that's it. That's all. Any questions? Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Curtis?
So now for your most exciting topic. It is leaf season. It started officially October 1st in our ordinance. We've rolled out a little bit last week, but we do have a new map. Very similar to last year's map as far as zones concerned, but we're doing a little bit different this year. So please check the map if you have a question. The link should be included here with the QR code. If you got your phone, you can get a picture of that now. But I believe we'll be releasing this, at least the link to the map within our text.gov. So if you're not signed up for that, please go ahead and sign up. Section 1 will be picked up on Mondays, 2 will be Tuesdays, 3 will be Wednesdays, 4 will be Thursdays. And bag leaves will be picked up all over the city Monday through Friday. Or picked up on Friday, I'm sorry. Scroll to the next one on John. Public Works assisted the beautification committee doing some pendants for the Oktoberfest. And I guess they made this the brand real, so they give a shot of that. The park will be closed. This is more of a Parks and Rec thing, but the park will be closed on the 12th. This will allow us to get the moving along much better on the holiday light season for the markets and volunteers. We are requesting volunteers for the gatehouse for holiday lights. So if you would like to sign up to give out candy canes and accept donations, please give us a call. Go ahead. And that's it for me.
Okay. Just a couple of things, just understand that paving's still ongoing. We've got a big paving job starting 20th of this month out the city park to redo the basketball courts and get some stuff prepped for a new concession stand and some other things we'll have come in the spring. We are looking to have a ribbon cutting here in the next few weeks for Hardy Street Park and East River Park, as well as Historia's Garden. So we're still finishing up some electrical work out there to get that all set before the weather turns into snow. And then this year also, a good portion of the holiday lights and some of the Christmas lights, we moved back downtown the 400 block. So the power's been restored, but we still got to put the rest of the lights in down there along the street that we had to remove for the 400 block demolition. So there's still quite a bit of work going on inside the city here as we get ready for the winter time. It should be a wonderful Christmas this year. Board, that's all I have.
Jason, I think we had a question.
I was just talking, she had it from.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sam Wolford from Vita is not here, so if there's anything else that needs to come before the board.
To everyone who's in here for the cottage walls and things like that, briefing earlier, just please take this form with you and always drop in on Sam and the good folks at Vita. So we pay them to do is take the public's concerns and things of that nature from small businesses. So definitely check in on them and definitely scan this QR code if you have any information. And I don't need anything further. Thank you, Christopher.
All right, with that, I'll bid you all a good day and we'll adjourn.